Hello and welcome to another edition of Max Magazine. I'm your host Brad Grass, and today we check out the fascinating world of nature art, which is what brings us here to the Royal Saskatchewan Museum right here in Regina, where hopefully today we'll learn a little bit how to create an exhibit that is both realistic and educational.
Oh, back in '95, I saw a magazine article and read it and thought maybe I could do it. And I was always interested in bronze. I like sculpture in general and that. And when I seen this article, I thought, well, I'll give it a try and see what happens. And one piece started, and we went from there. And it just continued to grow to what you'll see today. I take basically a photograph now, and I take a ball of clay and start forming the size I want from that picture. And it's basically, most of mine have just got a threaded rod that goes up through the middle of the body with a T-section in it that holds the clay in position. The clay comes from Rosemead, California. It's called JMac Classic Clay. It's like plasticine. It never hardens. It's got oil and wax mixed in with it. You can take it and you can freeze it rock hard. If you dropped it, it would shatter like glass. But you can also take it and put it in a double boiler and you can melt it like chocolate. When you layer clay, it gives you a total different texture of a thicker, furrier animal. I use this dental tool basically to do the texturing of the hair. There's a real fine marks on that. Cougar's got very smooth textured hair compared to, say, a bear, which has got very thick hair. Basically listen to the radio and have music playing all the time while I'm doing it and then when I get through one hurdle and it starts to look like something, then I'll work twice as long, and then the hours just seem to tick by, and before you know it, it's 12 midnight. I basically can see three-dimensional. I know when to add the clay, when to start to remove it till you see what the finished product is. And I've never taken an art lesson in my life. It picks up fingerprints. It's that fine, so I have to make sure all the pieces don't have any fingerprints left on the anywhere on the piece or any distortions, because it comes out in the rubber mold in the final process. Once it's done in the mold, this is a wax casting, and I'll just turn it around here. You can see the hollow wax. It's been cut away because I use it for shows and displays and stuff like that. They know I'm fussy down there. I'm on a first-name basis at the foundry at Art and Cast in Kalispell, Montana. When I walk in the door, they say hello, Tom, and stuff. What do you got for us today? And I tell them, I said, yeah, I got about 3 pieces. And when I get a good clay delivered to the foundry, they cast it up in, say, probably 2-3 weeks. Okay, this is the piece I showed you earlier that was in the wax. This bronze is complete. The bear is called In the Distance, and it shows you what the piece looks like when it's finished. In bronze, the eyes are the mirror of the soul. If you don't capture the look or make it look real, it's just another piece of bronze. I have a few people that have bought pieces from me. I have a couple friends in Saskatoon have bought 2 or 3 pieces from me, and that, but most of them have been sold throughout the U.S. and Western Canada. The eagle I have is, which you'll see in full color bronze, is basically 61 inches wingtip to wingtip. It's about a 3/4 life size of a real eagle. Hopefully we'll sign a contract with a company that will be producing that eagle into a 20-foot wingspan. Each wing will be 10 feet in length, and it will be going on a rock in front of a company's building. I've always been a wildlife artist and that, and I started with elk, and then I've done some deer and stuff like that, and from there it's mushroomed into people. We're basically doing a portrait sculpture, hope to be 1.5 times life size, of Dr. Sun Yat-sen and Tugan Morris Cohen, his bodyguard or general, for the city of Saskatoon. If that ever comes about, they're raising the money, hopefully, and we've presented it to them, and the portraits look exactly like them, and they're my very first completed portraits. So now that opens a whole new avenue of doing people. I get a great thrill when somebody has a bronze and appreciates the bronze in their house, and that hopefully I'll have some monuments and that they'll have carry my legacy on, saying, yeah, remember Thomas Schultz, he did this bronze here way back when, and that, and hopefully becomes a famous artist, or my kids will carry on my legacy and keep casting the stuff that I do have, and you know, you never know.